and be redeemed. And I'm not talking about in business or to the world. I think it's a wrap for that.
I'm a savage. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
I mean, like, his soul.
Diddy's lavish mansion isn't just a symbol of wealth and extravagance. It harbors a shadowy past filled with controversy and resilience. In a shocking turn of events that has sent shockwaves through Hollywood's secretive elite, Diddy is now furious at Ali Carter for pulling back the curtain on his mysterious freak-off mansion and the dark truths hidden within. Beginning in November 2020, Ali Carter, a self-described survivor of a nefarious network of trafficking and abuse, first came into public notice. Carter's horrific account clarifies her survival through MK Ultra mind control, dissociation identity disorder, PTSD, satanic ritual torture, police violence, CPS corruption, and heinous crimes against humanity. Fearless in her search of truth, she reveals the sinister side of a society few people would be brave to face. She has since come up with a collection of eye-opening films exposing the horrific events she supposedly went through during Diddy's infamous freak-off events, where terrible accusations have suddenly taken front stage.
And I used to think that if I wasn't yelling and screaming, that wasn't not true either. There is a lot going on with this case. These freak-off parties, they're not freak-off parties. There's a lot that happens. There's life-size wheels that people attach children to and spin it and decide who's having sex in what way. There are so many things. There's body cakes, there's party favors, and I'm talking like, you know how you put up a little birthday bag, like when you go to a birthday party, and before you can leave, you can take one of those little birthday bags off the table, and then there's toys and like all this stuff for coming to the party. Yeah, instead of that, there's children. They call them party favors. Okay. I'm really trying to spit this out, but I'm really having a hard time tonight. I'm really having a hard time tonight, and I do not know why. I'm really having a hard time tonight because I've had to stop everything and turn around, and we're doing this again. And the thing is I can put out information.
MK Ultra is used, but to get MK Ultra to take hold the way it needs to be, it has to involve satanic rituals, extreme trauma, humiliation, just evil on a level you can't imagine. I don't care what you all think about Trump. I'm not sure what I think about Trump, but he is telling you the truth on a lot of things. You guys just don't understand what he's saying. When he's saying they're eating the cats and dogs, he's preparing your hearts and your minds for the fact that satanic rituals is about to come into the light in a big way. Voodoo is about to come into the light in a big way. Cannibalism is about to come into the light in a big way. All of those things link to MK Ultra. And it all links to trafficking. Once you have MK Ultra in place, and once you've used satanic ritual to link into the MK Ultra and to program somebody, program the children, so you can use them as sex slaves or Delta assassins or whatever it is you want them to do.
Carter argues that what seems innocuous could be a a blazing hint that connects trafficking organizations to the opulent but cursed property Diddy has long attempted to sell for a huge sum of money.
Is going to crumble when they see this next arrest. In the meantime, there's going to be deaths, distractions, and fires to hide evidence. Watch for it, ask questions, demand answers. And it has a CPS document, a kit. I've had there's files, stacks of CPS documents, and somebody burned a building down, thought that they were just gonna get rid of it because they didn't want my truth to come out. Too late. Too late. There are stacks and copies all over the United States of America and out of it. Too late. Okay. Police reports, SART kits. I've had so many kits, I've lost count. So many times I lost count. I really did lose count. At one point I thought like, hey, maybe I'll have that story one day. Okay, it happened like 5 times. It happened like 7 times. It happened like 10 times. After so many, I lost count. Some things in the CPS reports. And one of the Johns that I have had too many orders with. I say that I'm broken, but I know that I'm not broken beyond repair. I know that I'm loved more than I can imagine. I have a family now, thanks to y'all. So many 90s angels that have been my mom's biggest support team, and family that we never thought we would have. I'm out, another arrest is coming again. Watch for those fires. Explosions make fires too. Explosions make accidental fires too. And then, oops, we don't know how that happened. And then you look into it and you see that it's tied to something that's tied to something that's tied to something that's tied to. And then you realize, oh, it wasn't just an explosion or a fire. It wasn't an accident.
This luxurious mansion, tucked away in the heart of Beverly Hills, is far more than just another high-end property. Now, originally acquired a decade ago for a hefty $40 million, this vast estate was envisioned as a prime investment for its wealthy owner. Now, at an astounding $61.5 million, its appeal seems to have dropped dramatically. Real estate insiders claim that the mansion, already with a bad reputation, has attracted just a small number of serious buyers. One possible guest even acknowledged to be uncomfortable, tormented by the sinister links of Diddy's past troubles, as rumors of controversy still seem to linger around its great hallways.
I love this little walkway going from the garage to the house. There's even a tennis court back there. There's a 4-car garage over here too. Even though we're technically in the suburbs, out here it feels like you're miles away from everything. The backyard, it's a sanctuary of luxury. You got a 60,000-gallon saltwater pool, a jacuzzi, a built-in barbecue, and a pool house with a kitchen, all surrounded by enough deck space to lose track of time. This right here is the pool house.
However, as Carter's disclosures relentlessly expose the shadowy side of Diddy's enterprise, the intrigue grows. She said in open interviews that the parties were much more than hedonistic get-togethers. They were satanic ritual orgies, not freak-offs. She underlined and emphasized that the gatherings included both exploited child victims and consenting adults. Outrage has been sparked by her story, leading both supporters and detractors to wonder how someone as powerful as Diddy could be involved in such unsettling activities. As she implicates well-known celebrities, like Oprah, in the sinister rites that took place behind closed doors, the shock level increases.
There's a round of kids. It's the trafficker. P. Diddy gets a round of kids. Let's say that round of kids had Justin Bieber in it. There's contracts, okay? There's contracts for codes within that person. So they can take a remote and turn that person off. Britney Spears, when they want to. Lindsay Lohan, when they want to. Amanda Bynes, when they want to, okay? So let's say there's a contract for Justin Bieber. When P. Diddy has a hold of Justin Bieber, he now owns half of those codes. If Usher had the same contract and trafficked Bieber out to P. Diddy, okay, Usher and P. Diddy now have parts of Justin Bieber's contract. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if one goes down, the other side of the code has to go down. If there's a property linked to that person, Kevin Hart, because they had something to do with the trafficking of Bieber, then their property will go down because there's a code to that property. There's a code to everything. Your social security number is like a code. Okay? But depending on the level of MK Ultra, people have auctions for the codes on that person. See people running and trying to jump on survivors just for the Diddy issue. That's not the only issue. We had someone come at me and asking, didn't even ask about our safety, didn't even ask for a proof of identification. They just wanted to fly us out to Texas and put us on a TV set. No, thank you. Why? Because that TV set was linked to Oprah. No, thank you. Let me tell you something. They make sure in those parties that they have blackmail evidence. So if they go down, they taking everybody down with them. I pray to God that this is the day. I pray to God that this is the time, because all the victims deserve some type of justice, and it's just a matter of taking accountability and somebody saying, we are fucking sorry.
When Carter's videos became viral, social media went crazy. The video swiftly got over 2 million views and thousands of reposts, as viewers speculated about the links between the disastrous Los Angeles wildfires and the purported trafficking networks. Comments were flooding in. As one commenter pointed out, there is undoubtedly something sinister happening. Another pondered the uncanny parallels between the fire's source and the covert evil acts Carter detailed.
Sean Diddy Combs' Los Angeles mansion has been spared from the wildfires that have engulfed the affluent districts where several high-profile celebrities dwell. The fires killed 24 Californians, ravaged 40,300 acres of land, and destroyed over 12,300 houses. However, the disgraced rapper's 17,000-square-foot home, which is close to the mayhem, has escaped damage. Despite being outside the Palisades fire's course, the magnificent house in Holmby Hills was unaffected. Many celebrities have been compelled to leave the Pacific Palisades neighborhood. Several celebrities, including Anthony Hopkins, Paris Hilton, and John Goodman, have had their luxurious homes destroyed. As Los Angeles battles fires, Combs awaits trial at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. He is facing a number of allegations, including trafficking, racketeering, and conspiracy. Some think the fires were intended to conceal Diddy's alleged sex misdeeds and protect his remaining allies.
In the late 2000s, Diddy was at the peak of his career, solidifying his status as both a powerful music mogul and a savvy entrepreneur. However, behind the glitz and glamour, troubling allegations began to emerge, slowly chipping away at his carefully curated image. What initially seemed like sporadic accusations soon turned into a wave of serious claims involving sexual misconduct and abuse, casting an ominous cloud over his empire. In February 2003, a shocking lawsuit surfaced, alleging Diddy and his close associate Harvey Pierre were involved in deeply disturbing acts. A 17-year-old woman whose identity remained undisclosed claimed she had been invited to a prestigious New York recording studio under the pretense of meeting Diddy for a potential career opportunity. But instead of a life-changing moment, she found herself in a horrifying situation that she never anticipated. She alleged that once inside, she was drugged and then brutally assaulted by both Diddy and Pierre. Her account was harrowing. She described being in a state where she had no control over her body, rendering her unable to consent, while the horrifying act was reportedly filmed, adding another chilling layer to the ordeal. Though the lawsuit was filed anonymously, it quickly grabbed headlines, shedding light on a disturbing pattern of abuse and exploitation within Diddy's inner circle. Pierre's position as a top executive at Bad Boy Records made the allegations even more alarming, sparking deeper concerns about just how far-reaching this behavior might have been.
As Diddy's legal problems escalate following his arrest, each new element seems to exacerbate the mystery. His mansion, once a symbol of success and luxury, has now become a white elephant, a monument to scandal. The property's affiliation with a Homeland Security raid in March has only exacerbated its negative reputation. The mansion, once a crown gem asset, now serves as a harsh reminder of the dangers of uncontrolled power and the disclosure of hidden secrets.
Breaking news. The Department of Homeland Security has officially confirmed to CNN that federal law enforcement agents have conducted raids on multiple properties linked to renowned musician and producer Sean Diddy Combs. Let's go straight to our experts. CNN security correspondent Josh Campbell and CNN legal analyst Joey Jackson, to break down the significance of these developments. Josh, let's begin with you. What do these large-scale federal raids across multiple locations suggest about the gravity of this investigation? Dr. Wolf, this is a major turn of events, and the scale of law enforcement action here is certainly striking. Just to clarify up front, we do not have confirmation at this time that Sean Diddy Combs himself is the direct subject of a federal probe. That's an important distinction to make. However, what we do know is that federal authorities have targeted 2 properties associated with him. Law enforcement agents swarmed these locations, and we've obtained aerial footage capturing the dramatic scenes at these residences, one here in Los Angeles and another in Miami. Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, a division of the Department of Homeland Security, provided CNN with a statement addressing the nature of these actions. Here's what they said. Earlier today, HSI New York, in coordination with HSI Los Angeles and HSI Miami, along with local law enforcement agencies, executed law enforcement operations as part of an ongoing investigation. While their statement confirms federal activity at these locations, it remains unclear whether these operations involved executing search warrants, making arrests, or both. At this moment, the exact details of this law enforcement action remain uncertain.
5 minors are
That's
involved.
right. The age range from as young as 9.
A lot of negative energy and negative vibes coming from everywhere.
Could the allegations that Diddy sexually assaulted minors upend his legal team's entire defense strategy?
Say act bad, I just mean be free, man. We ain't trying to hurt nobody. And don't act bad every day. You gotta do that sparingly.
Adding yet another frightening element, Carter disclosed in a December 2024 interview with Stu Peters that she had been trafficked through hidden underground tunnels running beneath schools, amusement parks, and even cemeteries. Her horrifying testimony reveals that the fires, which she earlier warned would eventually be recognized as tied to trafficking, are simply one element of a huge and evil web of the cheater-hires exploitation. The constant admonition to watch for those fires, Jaberser, serves as a bleak foreboding, suggesting that even more startling facts would shortly come to light.
I started moving and trying to get out of where I was. I was with the friend that I came in with who was freaking out. She was hyperventilating, she was crying, she was trying everything to get out, and it made us get deeper in. The lower you go the harder it is to get out. No one knows where the doors are. No one knows where the exits are. No one knows where some of these tunnels lead to. So it's not as easy to just say, I'm just going to get out, or I'm just going to try to find a way out. If you are walked in, you're escorted in, somebody has to help you get out. After what happened, we had to leave. Again, I don't know what was going on. I'm still not sure what happened that night. There's a baby farm that exists. There's all ages. There's kids who don't act like kids. They act like wild animals. They hiss at you. They act like wild animals. I know some of them have been there since probably birth or before. There's baby farms that exist underground. Your hospitals are complicit in giving babies to baby farms. And when I say, I'm talking newborn babies fresh out of the hospital. I've seen a lot of things, and I've seen a lot of my friends die. There's so much that goes on. There's so much that goes on.
And it's not, so these particular things that you're talking about now, these extreme, horrific acts, this is reserved for the elites. Is that correct? Yes.
They get away with eating, beating, torturing, buying children from many places, and it also feeds their career. Selling your soul doesn't necessarily mean selling your soul for money. It means selling out for things that you're willing to do, a dedication to what they call their God. Then people compete with that. Everybody is competing with that, trying to do something equal or worse.
Meanwhile, the high-stakes real estate industry has been affected by Diddy's incident. His Beverly Hills estate, which was once the height of luxury, now turns off prospective purchasers who don't want to spend money on a scandal-plagued house. The estate has become an unwanted remnant of Diddy's old business due to its exorbitant asking price and an infamous past that included a Homeland Security raid. According to one agent, seeing the residence was like entering a living nightmare, where luxury and terror coexist in eerie harmony.
That embattled music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is selling his LA mansion. The Homely Hills estate was the site of a federal raid that Fox 11 first broke back in March. According to TMZ, Combs is looking to sell the off-market for $70 million. The raid was part of a sex trafficking investigation, a grand jury now hearing evidence in that probe. Meanwhile, Diddy is still facing several lawsuits linked to multiple sex abuse allegations. Diddy has denied those allegations.
Located in Holmby Hills, P. Diddy's $61 million mansion is shrouded in mystery. This massive estate, complete with 17,000 square feet of luxury, hides more than just secrets. There's a chilling history linked to crime and scandal. Though owned by one of hip-hop's most famous moguls, no one seems willing to buy P. Diddy's $61 million mansion. Are the disturbing history of sex crimes and scandals surrounding this property to blame? Will this luxury home ever find a buyer, or is it haunted by its past? Would you buy it for the right price? P. Diddy's $61 million Holmby Hills mansion is struggling to sell, and Beau Belmont, an investor, recently offered just $30 million, half the asking price. Why so low? The property's dark history of scandals, including alleged crimes linked to Diddy, might be scaring buyers away. Plus, rehabbing this 17,000 square foot estate to erase those memories won't be cheap. Interestingly, Beau also snapped up Kanye West's Malibu mansion. Are they betting on a future flip or just waiting for Diddy to drop the price? Would you invest in a mansion with this past?
The truth is revealed as a mosaic of vulnerability and strength. The tension is increased by each bit of information, each caution from Ali Carter, and each refutation from Diddy. The revealed secrets of the freak-off estate have permanently altered celebrity society, despite ongoing legal disputes and changing public sentiment.
was eventually acquitted on the weapons charge, the incident further solidified his reputation for living beyond the bounds of the law. But the story doesn't end here. If anything, it's just the beginning. The freak-off parties that began in 1998 now cast long shadows over Combs' legacy, and the survivors of those who witnessed his rise and reign are finally coming forward.
And be redeemed. And I'm not talking about in business or to the world. I think it's a wrap for that.
I'm a savage. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
I mean, like, his soul.
Never liked it. I met him a bunch of times, but I never liked it.
Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
About my party, they're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me.
When they come to one of my parties, this is what happens to them. I put them to sleep. I mean, the after party. You need locks on the doors?
No, I know about them.
A lot of heat. Physically, the place has to be hot.
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
How do I address you?
You can call me Love.
Is Diddy's sinister empire coming to an end as a result of Ali Carter's stunning testimony? Is his intense outrage at his hidden freak-off villa being revealed only in an attempt to hide his controversial past? Or are we seeing the beginnings of a more complex plot that has the potential to completely upend the hip-hop industry? Please hit the like button, subscribe, and enable notifications if you want to be informed of every development in this drama as it develops. The truth is igniting, and you won't want to miss a single blazing moment because of this.